Mr. Matt Martinez, welcome to the My Tribe podcast.
Dude, this is great. I love it.
Dude, it's been such a pleasure. We were blessed to meet at the worst party in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, shout out worst party in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, shout out Jeff and Mark. Good
Jeff
guys
and Mark,
over there, man.
And Mike at Rebel Motor Club.
Yeah,
Can't
Big
forget
Mike.
those guys.
You're right. Something that interests me, I mean, it's the mission that you have going here, man. And this is why I was like, you know what, this is the guy. I got to get him on the podcast. Tell my millions of followers a little bit about your mission.
Dude, it's like, for me, it's super simple. You know, it's life is simple. You know, it's narrow as the path to heaven. Like, I live by that, you know. And really what it comes down to, my purpose is helping people just be free, you know, free from that anxiety, like that social anxiety of, oh, I gotta, you know, when you walk in, like, oh, I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want to, oh, God, what am I gonna, that anxiety, and it manifests in so many different ways. It just limits you. It's a limiting thing. And so my whole idea is like, help people become limitless, you know, get out of their own way, you know, just be comfortable to be themselves. And being yourself is being divisive, right? So like being okay with not being liked by everybody. You're not gonna resonate with everybody. You know, like the way, my whole thing was, I'm gonna go out, like my whole journey was just really about finding a girlfriend. You know, like I was, you know, in high school, short, fat kid, no options. Every girl I liked was like, I don't like this guy back. And I was like, dude, I gotta figure this out. I remember sitting in my college dorm, like, it was like a Friday night. I was just fucking playing video games. And I'm like, dude, what is this? Is this really gonna be my life? Like, is my life just gonna be sitting here alone, depressed, forever? And I was like, dude, this is fucking stupid. So let me go and figure this out. And I was like, I don't care how long it takes. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, there's no going back. You know, it's like burning the bridges. Mm-hmm. It's like, there's no going back. It's like, it doesn't matter how long it takes. I don't even care if it never even happens. I'm going to keep trying no matter what. And, you know, I asked some friends, hey, bro, let's go out. No, I can't. You know, and you're looking around. It's like, dude, it's only you. It's only you at the end of the day, you know. So that's really what it comes down to. It's like, helping people get out of their own way and live in a way that's just authentic to themselves, and being able to bring those people that you genuinely resonate with, and finding that, because it's worth it. It's worth going through the pain and the struggle of overcoming those initial fears, those initial, you know, like inhibitions, to really find people you genuinely connect with. Like, I was even talking to my girlfriend about you. I was like, dude, Pat gets it. Like, he understands like what's important. Like, what's important is bringing people together in a positive way, hearing people out, you know, finding those different perspectives, you know, like that's, I can tell you search for that. And I search for that too. Like, I'm super fascinated by people and different perspectives, and yeah, just helping people live in an authentic way. Like, that is like the whole purpose, and it's simple. You know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to, you know, oh, I have this grand scheme. No, it really is simple. Like, take care of yourself, take care of those around you. That's how you change the world, you know. And that's really what it comes down to for me. And it's that simple, you know. So
what was some of the first steps you took when enough was enough, when you decided to burn the bridge? What was one of the first steps you took?
It was committing to a process of change, right? And really, like, this is what made it click. Like, fully taking a hard look at myself in the mirror and being like, why would anybody want to spend time with me? Like, genuinely, like, why would any girl choose me over any other guy? You know, and like fully letting that land. Like, RSD Owen, great fucking dude, like one of the greatest speakers of all time, fully opened my eyes to that realization. You know, RSD, you should totally look into it. Owen Cook, Tyler Durden, fantastic speaker, definitely was the catalyst for my change. He was like, why the what do you bring to the table? Like, genuinely, what do you bring to the table? I'm like, bro, if you're not gonna be fucking tall and handsome, or you're not gonna have money, it's like, what are you gonna bring to the table? And I was like, okay, like, and this is something that I realized, bringing good energy is enough. It really is. Like, it really is enough. Like, you don't have to do anything else. Like, if you are just that person who's at the party and you're just having a good time, you're being carefree, you're being positive, you're hearing people out, you see somebody in the corner, hey, what's up, man? You reach out to the person who feels overwhelmed. That's enough. That is value, and that's valuable. And so I was like, okay, so let me go about, how do I learn how to do that? How do I learn how to cultivate that good energy that people are just drawn to? You know, like, how do I become that magnet? And how do I create that dynamic where women are like, oh yeah, this guy's cool. Like, he gets it. You know, like, he gets it. You know, how do you get to that inner circle? You know, I'm sure you're aware of, like, the dating scene. It's like, there's guys that get it and there's guys that don't.
Yeah.
If you're a guy that gets it, you have all the options, the floodgates open, and it's like, boom. You're in. And if you're not, women just see you as a fucking worm. They see you as like a little worm. Like, you're like this guy who's like, I gotta get what I need. I gotta get what I need. You know, You've seen those guys. I used to be that guy.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, I've definitely been that guy on one night and another before. Like, it's just, it's wild being detached from it. And then I was standing next to a guy. I was doing that on Friday night. I'm like, can you chill, B? Like, can you just relax for a second, man? It was insane. It was so uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
Never mind the girl that he was pursuing.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so strange. This is so weird.
I know.
So how do you help someone realize when they're in that state?
I mean, really, what you do is it's like, you have to have a fucking wake up call. You gotta be like, bro, what? Like, look at what you're fucking doing. You know, it's all awareness. Everything in this world is just awareness. You know, having an awareness of yourself, having awareness of others, right? So, yeah, I mean, a lot of the guys, like, the things that we have to talk about are like, bro, bring awareness to what you're doing. There needs to be an intention behind it, right? It's like, if you're just going off of an autopilot response where it's like, it's really the levels of, you know, it's unconscious competence. It's going through that process, right? So, and this is what I had to do. I was like, I have to realize I'm at this stage where I am unconsciously incompetent. That's where most people are. You're not even aware of what you're doing wrong, you know? You know, I would go out and I remember, you know, like being like fucking 18, sneaking in a sway, like every Florida boy. Every Florida boy out there knows what I'm talking about. And, you know, I'd be going through there and I'd be like, I'd be going to the club and I'd be like shuffling around and I'd be like, oh my God, like I was stuck in my head, you know, I was like, and then you just go home without talking to anybody, you know? I'm not even aware of what I'm doing wrong. And then the next step is to become conscious about your incompetence. That was the first step. I had to acknowledge, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not aware of the dynamics at play. I'm not aware of how to interject myself in a way that's calibrated, that's empathetic to the other person's experience. And that's really where most guys are at. They're just at an unconscious incompetence. They're like, what's a night out look like? You know, what's a night out look like, bro? Well, you know, I fucking go to the bar and then I fucking go take a piss. And then I fucking go get a drink. And then I fucking stand with my 3 bros that I came with and I get a decent fucking buzz. Once I get a decent fucking buzz, I'll see a girl pass and I'll say, hey, and then she ignores me. And then I fucking go home, man. Dude, it was a great fucking night. And that's where most guys are at. They don't think about it. You have these scripts. You have these scripts in your mind when you enter these venues. These, you know, it's the public domain, right? The datings, the sexual marketplace. When you're entering it, that's what a bar is. That's what anywhere is. You know, anything.
Social gathering.
Yeah, exactly. Of any sort. There's always that underlying sexual marketplace of people trying to provide value, trying to find their mate, and you have scripts. You have unconscious scripts. Where you walk in, you don't even think about what you're doing. You know, it's incredible when you catch yourself. Like, that's what I had to do. I had to catch myself. Because I would do exactly what every other guy was doing. I would go in and be like, must get a drink. It's like, catch yourself next time. Think about it. Next time you really walk into a venue, pay very close attention to what goes through your mind. Those initial thoughts are really what set in motion the rest of your night. You know, and so... And this is not, I'm not recreating the wheel here, okay? I'm basically just regurgitating what I learned from those who came before me, right? When you walk into the venue, you have 30 seconds. 30 seconds to either get on top of the venue or the venue gets on top of you, you know? So 30 seconds, you say, and this is the biggest thing. You walk in, talk to anybody. It does not have to be the stunner in the fucking corner with the group of people that really caught your eye. It could be a fucking elderly dude who's sitting there with a beer. You say, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Oh, you're doing good. 30-second fucking nonsense conversation. Just to prove to your brain that it's okay. You can talk. You can actually go up and interact with people. Because that's how our brain works. You know, we have a fucking brain from 200,000 years ago. We haven't changed. We're still mentally in our little tribes, you know?
Yeah.
So our brains need that proof. They need that proof. And this is another RSD thing, proof, not promise, right? I can tell myself all day, oh yeah, no, it's cool. Like right when I walk in there, I can go talk to people and it's gonna be fine. I could tell myself that 1,000 times. But then you get in there, your brain needs to be proven. It needs to be proven that you can, right? So you take that initiative and you go and you talk to anybody, get into an upward state. This is the biggest thing. This is really the core of the process that I help people go through. It's about getting into an upward momentum in all areas of your life, right? The microcosm and the macrocosm. You know, so on the microcosm, you have that 30 seconds where you walk into a venue, go talk to somebody, get into an upward state. Okay, next person, boom, boom, boom. It's like if your intention when you go somewhere is, I'm gonna talk to everybody in here before I leave, or at least try to, and just spread some positivity in some way, and I'm fully okay with whatever happens. It becomes so simple, you know? But it takes a lot of repetitions. It's like I could, you know, imagine, you know, you're in good shape. Imagine you were talking to someone who's never worked out, and you say, look, man, you just go in, you know, you really focus on the contractions, you really hit it, and then it's that easy. You know, you tell a new guy, like, well, yeah, but I don't know, like, what am I supposed to do? Like what workout should I do? There's always more questions there.
Yeah.
And so that actually is an interesting, I would love to talk about this point because, you know, a lot of people who are at a super high level, they lose that connection to those people who are at the very, very, very beginning. You know, that ground zero, like really like, you know, hard stuck cases. You know, I'm talking about, like we call them in the pickup artistry world, it's a hard stuck newbie. You know, like I'm talking about like a guy who's like, oh, like that, like the real average guy that women are not aware of.
Yeah.
Exactly, like deer in headlights, like completely lost. And so people who are at a really high level, they kind of lose that connection to those people who are at that very, very beginning state. And so oftentimes you have to find somebody who's not really at that pristine, super high level. You need someone who's just a little bit above there that can really help people get to that, you know, those initial stages.
Now you're talking like that in the sense of like a wingman, or that in the sense of like a mentor coaching? What do you
coaching.
When you
mentor coaching.
Okay,
I mean,
gotcha.
a wingman is fucking huge. I mean, having a good wingman is probably the best thing you could do. I mean, you need one good wingman. And this is like just for life too. Like you only need one person, like one person who really sees what you're doing, really sees your vision. It's game changing. Like one person. It's actually crazy how one person can really just like change your life.
Did you have a wingman back in the day?
No. When I was learning it, I didn't have a good wingman. I actually had wingmen that were the complete opposite of wingmen, because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing either. And a lot of times they would say shit like, bro, what the hell? Like, that is not helping me one bit. So I spent most of my time alone. I spent most of the time going out completely alone and just fucking figuring it out.
How was that for you?
Dude, some of the fucking best nights of my entire life. Like unbelievable. Like, what? Like if you were to tell my 14-year-old self that you did that, are you fucking serious? And at the same time, some of the most fucking like overwhelming, just like depressing, like sad nights you could ever imagine. Like just like walking home like, oh, everybody fucking hates me. I'm a fucking loser. Oh my God, it's so bad. Cause it's like, dude, it never goes away fully. You're never gonna get rid of those butterflies, dude. That's like, to me though, that's a beautiful thing. It never goes away. Like you still have those butterflies. Oh shit, like I'm going to a new place, to a lot of new people, so many potentials, so many possibilities. It's always exciting, but it's like it's literally like, I like the idea of pro sports. Like I love basketball, and I love the analogy. Like, dude, I literally just watched a video the other day of Austin Reeves talking about LeBron James, and he was like, I'm gonna get to the stadium before LeBron on one of these games. one of these games. And the first game, you know, he gets there like 2 hours early, LeBron's already there. The next game, he gets there 3 hours early, LeBron's already there. Next game, 5 hours, LeBron's already there. Dude, he's doing the same fucking thing over and over and over. It's just hammering away at it. Ding, 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 over and over. That's how you make a fucking sharp sword. That's how you make real steel. It's nothing that anybody can't do. It's just a commitment to the process. That's all it is. You commit to the process. LeBron James says, I'm gonna commit to this process. Dude, he's been doing it for 20 years. He's arguably the greatest of all time. Okay, we don't need to fucking start that debate. We don't need to start that debate.
I gotcha.
But
so, what is the swing
what I mean?
of the mallet? What does that look like for you and for your clients? What does that look like specifically?
It's understanding the value proposition that you can bring. It's understanding that you're always going to have those butterflies when you're going to a new place. I mean, dude, you run events. You know how it is.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people. Like just the other night when we were at 26 Degrees, we had to get that giant crowd of attention. We had to being able to project your voice in that way. Say, hey, everybody, listen up. And being okay with that. Being okay with having people's eyes on you. Being in the center of attention. Being in the spotlight. Getting comfortable with that and knowing that you have a process every time you go out of how to make sure that you overcome that anxiety. You've done it 100 times before. You know to walk in, start a conversation with anybody, get into that flow state, and then live with whatever happens. Not every night's going to be a fucking home run. Sometimes even when you have the best intentions and you sometimes you fucking get sick. Sometimes you feel like shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes sometimes you feel like shit. But it's okay because it's about the process. It's not about the outcome. It's not about the outcome. You're not attached to any sort of thing happening. You know, it's like you can go to a party and there could be, you might walk in and be like, oh, this is fucking a sausage fest, dude. What the fuck? Oh man, no fucking bitches here. What am I gonna do? You have no idea. They could be your next business partner in that room. You have no idea. Or maybe not. Maybe it is a fucking shitty, fucking terrible party and you go home like, oh, that sucked. But it doesn't matter because you're not attached to the outcome. You're attached to the process. You're attached to the actual unfolding of how you're going to show up, time and time again. You're going to show up with that positive energy. You're going to show up with seeking win-wins. You're not in a competitive mindset. You're in a collaborative mindset. We can all win. And truly accepting that abundance, like real abundance, is like, dude, you walk in, you see somebody, you see a guy who has a great looking wife, he has a car, he has this. It's like, what's your initial reaction? Oh, you fucking screwed people over for that. He's a piece of shit. He fucked people over. There's no way he didn't. It's like, is that what you're thinking? Or are you thinking, how did this guy do it? How did he do it? What was his thought process? What did his mentors look like? What did his mastermind group look like? If he can do it, I can do it. Because I believe in abundance. And I'm happy for him. Dude, fuck yeah. Let's fucking go. That's amazing. That's fucking awesome. That is what it comes down to, That's the process you come back to. It's like, I'm going to show up with the same energy. I'm going to show up with positivity. I'm going to seek win-wins. I'm going to try to find the joy. I'm going to try to find the love. And it's like, and when it comes to dating, you go to a party, you go to a club, you're out, you're having fun, you're sharing that with everybody. You're not expecting anything. You're talking to a girl. Oh, you have a boyfriend? Oh, that's so cool. How long have you guys been together? Oh, you've been together for like 3 years? Okay, so you're like at that farmer's market stage now. You're going to farmer's markets, you're finally starting to, dad's coming around, he's warming up to you. That's so awesome. Hey, be careful. You guys are going to have some tough times ahead. I'm just letting you know. But you can stick to it if you really love each other. Yeah. No, I would love to meet him. Hey, what's up, bro? How's it going? No fucking way. You're from Pennsylvania too? Wow, I didn't... You know what I mean? How many guys?
I know what you're talking about,
bro,
yeah.
literally, I see it even with my own girlfriend. I'll be at a party. I'm not the guy who's like, don't talk to my girlfriend. I trust her. Yeah. I trust her. Why wouldn't I? I wouldn't be with her if I didn't trust her, right? And a guy will walk up, it's the most basic fucking boring shit, guys. You gotta step it up. You gotta step it up. So, you from around here? What do you do? And then she'd be like, oh yeah, that's my boyfriend. Oh. walks away.
And just disregard, walks away. It's
Disregard.
insane.
It's such an attachment to the outcome, and I understand it, bro. Like we're full of testosterone. We're these beasts that need to reproduce. You know, we need to spread our seed, right? But it's like at some point, it's like, well, are you just gonna let your fucking mammalian brain win every time? It's like we're capable of such, you know, radical free thought that's the beauty of humanity. It's a duality of man. It's the fact that we're like these beasts that'll kill each other in a heartbeat, but then we have such love and compassion in our hearts as well. And it's like, what are you gonna feed? You know, it's like at some point you have to have a realization, like, what do you truly want to feed? You know, what do you truly care about? What's truly important in your heart? You know. And it's like when you're so run by your desires and you're fueled by your lust, you're pushing people away that could have been amazing companions, amazing friends. You know, so that's where the not being attached to the outcome is so huge. Because, dude, if she has a boyfriend, okay, who cares? That girl could have a bunch of friends. That could be your future wife. You know, she could introduce you to your future wife.
There's
it's
two or three. If she's a hot girl, she's probably got 2 or 3 hot girlfriends right behind her. Even if she has a boyfriend, even if it's like, yo, I met this guy. He was cool that I had a boyfriend, and da 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 da. You know how many girls I've met that have boyfriends are like, I have a cousin that I want you to meet. I have somebody that I want you. I'm like, yeah, all right, I know. Like, I love, I love getting set up. This is awesome. But like it's just there's such limited thinking when you're attached to the outcome, like you're talking about. It's insane.
It is. It
bananas.
blinds us. It blinds us.
Yeah.
It blinds us from seeing the opportunity. You know, this is another like phrase. Like this was, you know, I have all these phrases and these ideas that really helped guide me to, you know, being that type of person. And a lot of it comes from RSD. So I'm giving credit to where credit's due. RSD is one of the greatest companies for self-development. Absolutely changed my life. And this one is called Brain and Lane. Brain and Lane. Your brain needs to see the lane. You know, you need to be, it's like, this is the paradox of it, right? Because you need to be free from the outcome. You can't be attached to the outcome, but you also have to simultaneously be moving towards that goal that you want, right? So it's like, I'm not attached to the outcome, but I'm going to take the steps that would lead to that outcome. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like if you're trying to land a date, you need to not really care if it happens or not. If the girl has a boyfriend or if she's not interested or whatever, you can't be attached to it happening. But at the same time, you need to ask for her number. You need to, move things forward. You need to, make your intentions known in some way. It needs to be a romantic dynamic. You need to be communicating that, sub-communicating that with your body language, with your tonality, with your posture. So that's the paradox of these things. That's where it can be tricky. I mean, that's life, Life is full of paradoxes of things where it's like, it makes sense, but it doesn't. But brain and lane, right? You need to actually be attached to the outcome happening. That was one thing I really struggled with in my initial year or so of going out, was I was like, I don't deserve it. Like, there was part of me was like, I don't deserve it, So then they were literally.
What's it? Define it.
Oh, like the intimacy, the relationship, the sex, the experience. I was like, I don't deserve it. Like, there was literally a night where I was going out every night. That was like my whole thing. I'm gonna go out every night, even if it's just for 30 minutes to work on my social skills, even if it's for 30 minutes, right? So that was my precedent. But there was literally a night where I remember I was sitting at the bar and this girl was like, my friend, and this never happens. Like, this was like 1 in a million. My friend thinks you're so cute. Like, she wants you to take her home right now. And I was like, what? I was like, okay, hold on. I'll be, let me just go to the bathroom really quick. She was gone.
They were gone.
Like that. They were gone. So I wasn't like, I was working towards it, but then I wasn't actively, I didn't fully believe in it, It's like, I was doing the steps, I was, figuring it out, I was going about it, but then it's like, if you don't actually resonate with the idea of your success, you're gonna be pushing it away. It's like 1 foot on the gas, 1 on the brake. It's like, okay. So you're not really going, you're spinning your wheels, right? So until I was like, that's where the inner work comes in. It's the inner world and the outer world, right? So the outer world is your expressions, your communication, all of that. But then the inner world is like, am I at peace? Like, do I truly believe in myself? Do I love myself? And that's where That's where the real transformation happens. You know, it's like if you're playing in a guitar, you know, two guys are playing the exact same song, but the soul is what really paints the truth behind it. And when you overcome that, that's when you really see actual transformation. Because then you're no longer just going through the motions, like you fully resonate with your success. You know, you fully believe in what you're doing, and there's a congruence there. And that is what women, their intuition fully is like a fucking bloodhound. Like a bloodhound. They sniff it out from a mile away. Is this guy really what he's saying he is? And that is the power of women that I think our society is not tapping into. It's not allowing women to flourish in that area. Men are not fully, you know, accepting that truth that women have, because you know, that's a whole other topic though. But that congruence, when your thoughts, your words, your actions are aligned, that's when anything can work. You know, that's when a high energy approach can work. That's when a low energy approach can work, because you're no longer just like, oh, going through the motions. Like, this is true. Like, this is truly what I believe. And I'm attached to that alcohol. Like, I'm not attached to alcohol, but I'm fully like resonating with the potential of my success actually happening. You know, that's where you see the true transformation. It's like when you get those limiting beliefs out of yourself, you know, they're like, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. You know, like I'd be able to talk to like a girl who I wasn't truly interested in. I was like, oh, and it'd be going great. But then you see a girl who really makes your heart flutter and you get nervous, and then you go up to her and it's like, because you don't resonate with it actually happening, you know, and you're pushing it away. That is like, I mean, that's where it gets deep, you know.
So when you talk inner work, define what that might look like. Somebody who's never done inner work nobody knows what that is.
Yeah. It's that truthful dialogue with yourself of really not accepting the surface level answer of like, oh, well, why didn't it happen? Oh, because because I don't know, I just wasn't feeling good that night. No. It's like ignoring that knee-jerk response of what bubbles up initially and getting to the real, no, but why do I feel that? Why do I feel that?
Okay.
Why do I feel that? Asking why, literally why, and getting to, oh my God.
Is this in a journal? Is this, how did you do it when you did it, inner work?
Mostly just internal dialogue, you know, internal dialogue, and then putting into practice, right? Like really sitting with, I would just fucking stare at a wall. I would literally just fucking meditate and stare at a wall for an hour a day and just sit with myself and become very, very comfortable with just being with myself. You know, we are just running. We are running from ourselves in every single way. Distraction. No, I don't want to sit with myself. We're all running from that. So when you stop running and you just sit with yourself, it'll naturally happen. You know, because that is the depths of our soul that wishes to be seen. It's like the real rawness of who we are, of just being with yourself. No distractions, no extra noise, and just sit there and watch what comes up. There's always, something's gonna come up. That's for sure, right? But that resistance, we've created so much resistance to that. We've created so much armoring that at first, it's going to be like, oh, no. There's going to be so much resistance to it, you know, but like we were saying earlier, you stick to the process. You stick to the process. You trust. And eventually you start chipping away at it, and you're like, oh my God, that's why. I felt completely unseen growing up. I felt completely invisible. I felt just not worthy. I felt not worthy. I felt ugly. I felt disgusting. I felt like I should be completely disregarded. Nobody should pay me any attention. And then you're like, oh my God, that's where it's coming. It wasn't because I didn't feel good that night. It was because that person I was talking to brought up some sort of, you know, deep-rooted feelings that I had never dealt with. I had never dealt with them.
Yeah.
And you start asking those questions. And as that process unfolds, you're like, oh my God. You know, you start welcoming those parts of yourself back. You know, it's okay. It's okay. Like you're seen, and giving yourself that love, that maybe you didn't have growing up. And that's really where it all stems from. It stems from childhood, from growing up. What type of relationship did you see in your household? What type of energy was there? Did you feel safe? Were you told, no, stop it, you're being too loud, stop it? And then you say, okay, I'm not loud. I'm not, quit it. And then you just stuff that part of yourself away, and it's like, that's not me. And then here you are 28 years later, and it's bubbling up, and sitting with that and dealing with that, and then saying, it's okay. You can be outspoken, you can be loud, it's okay. You can be that person you want to be. You don't have to hide away anymore. You don't have to shy away from who you really are. There's people out there who will love you for who you truly are. And then it's like, wow. So you can breathe again. You feel like, oh my God, I do deserve it. I am worthy. I am worthy of that love, that intimacy, that relationship, and then proving it to yourself. And that's the balance, right? That's where, and then it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Because, you could sit there and say, I'm fully healed, I feel great. But then what? Then what? Then you just sit by yourself your whole life? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Then, the other side of the coin is no, taking action, going out, actually meeting people, seeing how you're showing up, seeing how you're being received, and then playing with that energy. It's all just play, playing with that energy. Oh, okay, when I say it like this, I get this reaction. Oh, when I say it like that, I get this reaction. And then having fun with it, people want to have fun, so it's like, like for me, I like teasing people. Like that's how that's like my flirty side. It's like that's the fun of it. It's that push and pull. That's another, pickup archery term, push and pull. Keeping it interesting. Women crave that. Women absolutely crave that emotional variability. The idea of it being monotone the whole way, fucking, they hate that. They hate that. The idea that they have a guy figured out kills the attraction. The second that they're like, oh, I know who this guy is, they lose the attraction. How many times that happened? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It's going great. Wow, this girl's really cool. Like we have a date plan. Oh my God, the first date went great. Oh my God, I'm texting her good morning, and then it just fizzles out because she has you figured out. Women love the idea of not knowing. They love the idea of the mystery. I don't know what this guy's about. I don't know. Does he like me? I don't know. He hasn't texted me in a few days. Does he still care about me? Is he talking to another girl? I need to fucking focus. I need to get this guy. I need to figure this guy out. I need to chase him. That's what they want. Dude, at my core, I'm very simple. Like, I grew up very logical. I'm a very logical thinking person. Like, I'm very...
As most men are.
As most men are. Yeah. We're like, what the fuck's the problem? How can we fix it? Yeah. Come on, let's get this done. Like, come on. And that was my natural state. But then, like, as I went through this process of, like, how do I attract women? Like, how do I get them to want me? You start tapping into that emotional side, and we all have it. We all have the masculine and feminine energies within us, and reconciling that, I think, is the biggest thing that guys are running away from, is their feminine side. They think femininity and think, oh, I'm fucking gay. No, bro. Femininity has nothing to do with gayness. Okay, femininity is about being open to possibilities, right? It's creation, it's destruction, right? That is a feminine force. It's, for whatever reason, our society has put these, words and these energies into a box. Like, these are universal energies that you cannot define. There's, what I'm saying? They're beyond comprehension.
So, what's an example where a man, where like a man is lacking in his feminine, and where it could help him?
You see it in his body, in his physical. He has physical tension, right? He's physically rigid. It's the way that he sits. It's that he's. The idea of him dancing and being free and just being in his body is so foreign to him. The idea of literally just dancing, flowing, feeling good is so foreign to him. He's disconnected from that part of him. He's so in his logic, he's so in his head, he can't be in his body. And that's what women are here to teach us. Yeah. Women are here to show men how to be in the present moment. have fun, how to play, how to be present, how to be in our bodies.
I never realized how feminine dancing was.
Dude, I
never realized
it's a freeing thing, and it's so fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's like we're disconnected from that. Guys are disconnected from that energy. And that's what women are craving. Women crave men to just let go and it's okay, I can relax for a second. I don't need to fix anything right now. Everything's good. Everything's good. I don't need to fix anything. It's fine. Yeah, everything's fine out there. I don't have to always have a problem to solve. That's what women are here to teach us. But we have a disconnect right now. We have a big disconnect between men and women. Most people are not getting what they want out of their relationships. It's just the truth.
What do you think could solve that disconnect?
Shit, dude, I do not have the answers to that one. And I'll be honest, I don't have the answers to it, because it's such a momentum now of like our society and the dynamics that we've been created, in the feminist movement of freedom in the guise of promiscuity, and I'm not here to slut shame. I really don't. I don't care. I think it's do whatever you want. But when you're doing something that's not actually helping you and it's being sold under the guise that it is, I think you have to look at that. I think you have to be really fucking careful about what you're doing, because that's like the most detrimental thing. When you're doing something that's actually hurting you, but you've been told that it's helping you. Holy fuck.
What's an example of that?
The idea that as a woman, you can just be completely, hoe it up, girl. Do your thing.
Be with as many partners.
Be with as many partners as you want, and you got it, girl. And you hoe it up, and don't worry about it.
Get that wop going.
Get that wop, baby. Get that wet ass pussy going, girl. You got it. Might as well sell it. Make some money, honey.
Okay.
And it's like, like I said, I'm not here to slut shame. I don't care.
Yeah.
I think do whatever you want, but at the same time, you got to think about what you're doing. It's all awareness. It comes back to that. Being aware of what you're doing in your life. What energies are you calling upon? What energies are you bringing into your reality? Mm-hmm. And thinking about it, right? So, because in this world, we're seeing a lot of women that are like, yeah, I fucking did OnlyFans for about 2 years, and now I can't find a guy who wants to take me seriously. I'm having trouble finding a job. I'm having fun. And it's like, we're seeing the remnants of it, At the same time, what's happening to guys? The average guy is being completely left in the dust. Women are going to college at a higher rate. Women are getting more jobs than men. Guys are being left in the fucking dust. The average guy. The average guy is porn addicted, completely fucking distracted out of his fucking mind, has zero focus, has fucking very little emotional maturity, doesn't even have the capacity to deal with most women, a modern woman today. And so they're just giving up. Most guys are just giving up. They're saying, you know what, I'll just fucking fap it up. I'll fucking have the closest thing to a relationship. I'll pay, this girl fucking $50 a month so she can chat with me on OnlyFans a little bit, and I'll rub one out every once in a while, and that's good. And they're just checked out. They're just checked out, like, they're just like, I don't see the point.
So for a guy like that, who's like, just, I guess, only focused on getting fucked up every weekend and just chronic masturbation, things of that nature, the average man, what's the first step of advice that you have for him? If they're not willing to come and, talk to you, but maybe this is resonating with someone, like, that might be me. What should be their first step?
I mean, just genuinely look yourself in the mirror and say, what do you want out of life? Like, what do you really want? Is that what your life's gonna be? On your tombstone? Yeah, he fucking jerked off 8 times a week and fucking played video games the rest of the time and then died alone. It's like, is that like, that's what I would say, is like, have a genuine, honest conversation with yourself. Like, is that really what you want out of life? Is that it? Is that it? Really? Like, that's your full potential? And you know what? Some guys would be like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Hey, if that's what you want, that's what you want, But if you ask yourself that conversation, say, you know what, I do want more. I do want to have a legacy. I want to, have a family of my own. I want to go do amazing things. I want to help people. I want to change the world in my own way. There you go. As long as you're aware, you're in the battle.
So they're looking in the mirror, they accept that. Of all of those vices, what do you think is the most detrimental to their success?
That's tough. That's tough. I think it definitely depends on the person. I think that, for some guys, the porn might be the worst. For some guys, the video game might be the worst. For some guys, it might be at a different time in their life. It was different. So really, it's just a matter of taking an assessment. This is one of the things I do with the client. First thing is, let's do an energy assessment, right? Let's literally get as detailed as you possibly can. Detailed as you possibly can. From the second you wake up, what's going through your mind? What's the first thing you do? What are your first thoughts? What are you eating? What are you drinking? What are you consuming? What are you putting into your body? That's huge. That's huge. Dude, if you just get sunlight, first thing in the morning, you drink some water, you stand on grass, you breathe, you do a cold plunge. Isopalooza.
Plug.
Literally though, bro, I started implementing that. In 5 fucking days, you're out of that haze. Dude, it's so fast. It's so rapid transformation is such a real thing. It comes down to your beliefs about it. Oh, dude, changing is so hard, man. It's so hard to kick the fucking cigarettes, man. It's so hard to fucking do it. It's gonna be hard. I can change in a fucking second. I can drop all the bullshit of the past. I can let go of all the fucking bullshit that's holding me back in a second. And I can fully focus in this moment and move forward in that way. And it's gonna be so fucking easy. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I can't wait to bring my friends along for this ride. That's what you believe.
Wow.
That's what I've witnessed in my life with the universe. Whatever you put out, it's gonna validate it. It's gonna validate exactly what you believe.
Yeah.
What do you believe?
I mean, what you just said relative to, dude, cigarettes, they're so tough to get off of. Oh, bro. I love, man, I like working out, but I like getting fucked up more, man. I don't know. Being sober's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like, as opposed to exactly how you just painted it. Like, I'm pumped. I can change in an instant. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm going to bring my people along. Like, yeah, I believe that guy can fucking change. And I believe it because I believe that you believe it. And if you believe it, you're going to fucking live it out. Fuck.
That's it.
That's a beautiful, like, just that glimpse of it. That glimpse of that reframe right there is powerful.
Dude,
man.
it's everything. It's everything.
Powerful.
It's all you need. It's all you need. Literally, like, especially in terms of like my journey, all I needed was that one night. That one night where it finally went well. Everybody I talked to was in a good mood. Everybody was saying, dude, you're awesome. Wow, what the heck, you're so funny. You're so cool. Oh my God, meet my friend. That one night where you're shown of what's possible, and it's like, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. All the shitty nights, all the regrets, all the fucking embarrassing moments, all the awkward shit, all the rejection, all the pain. It was worth it. It's like you're shown. Yeah, what you're doing, there is an outcome. It is possible. You can do it. And all you need is, like I was saying earlier, all you need is that one person to believe in you. All you need is that one experience, that glimpse. You have a glimpse of it, and you know it's true, and then you can do it, and you can replicate it, and you can keep going. And you're not going to find gold every time. You're not. Every time you go go mining for gold, you're not going to find gold every time. But you know it's out there. And you're committed to the process, and you accept it. You accept it for what it is. You say, this is going to be amazing,
How do you guide guys nowadays when it seems like, women they're only interested if you're like not really interested. If you start to like a woman, they as you said, they figures you out, and it's kind of, enough's enough. Or, it seems like a lot of women are just here today, gone tomorrow kind of attitude, if you will. What's your guidance there? I mean, do you more specialize on the front end of like, listen, I'll get you in the door, I'll get you, in a good mental, physical, spiritual capacity, and then kind of you're on your own?
No,
or
not at all. I mean,
where's your specialty? I'm just like,
I know what you're talking about. What you're really talking about is, that's where diving into the feminine side like especially the dark feminine, you know, because women are, you know how women are, you know, they're not gonna attack you, they're not gonna kick your ass, they're gonna fucking, they're gonna do
punch you
some,
in the face.
yeah, they're gonna do some fucking interesting shit. Like they're gonna go really fucking deep and fucking try to get you to your core, right? So it's like, look, you gotta be know who your audience is. That's like the first thing. You know, if you're gonna be doing a presentation, if you're gonna be a comedian, if you're gonna do anything involving people, you have to know your audience. You know, that's like the biggest thing. Like, who am I actually talking to, right? So when you're dealing with women, you have to put yourself in their shoes. What are they actually thinking? How do they truly see you? How are they really thinking about you? Right? What's really going on behind the song and dance? Like, what are they really thinking about you? And once you understand that, you say, okay, all they want is a fun story and an interesting game where they don't really know, and then you play the game. You have fun with it. You know? Mm-hmm. Like I was saying, like I wasn't a guy who was like, oh, you know, I need to fucking you know, I got to keep it interesting for this girl. I got to keep her on her toes, but that's what they want. So give them what they want. And they have a lot of options now. So yeah, you know, they can easily go and talk to another guy and fucking ditch your ass. But it's like, well, am I going to step up? Am I going to get bitter or better? That's what it comes out to. Are you going to get bitter or better? Oh, fucking, dude, fucking she, bitter. Oh man, she fucking left me. What are you going to do? Are you going to get bitter or better?
Do you have a personal story about bitter or better?
I mean, dude, like with my college girlfriend, I mean, you know, I was going out consistently. I had this, you know, reputation as a guy. Oh, he's going out all the time. He must be getting late. I wasn't. Okay.
You had a girlfriend at the time?
No, I didn't have a girlfriend.
Okay.
I was single, and I was going out all the time, you know, working on my social skills, trying to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
But so people thought I was having success, but I really wasn't. I was really just going out getting blown out. But all people saw was me out all the time, trying to talk to people, you know, having fun or whatever. So I had this reputation. Then my friend group, you know, there was one girl that I liked. Everybody liked her. She was a hot one, and so. It was funny enough, my friend's girlfriend was like kind of a, you know, she was a good Christian girl, like, you know, don't do that, don't do anything bad. And so she was getting in her ear like, oh, you don't want to talk to Matt. He's out all the time, like, he's a player, you know, he just bangs girls and leaves them. You don't want that guy. And then she's like, oh shit, he's a bad way, you know, like she's like, oh wow. So that actually opened the door. It was funny enough, like, crazy. And so we start talking, and then we get into a relationship. You know, it just happened. So, you know, a social group, you know, you're seeing each other all the time. I wasn't really trying to but it just happened. Okay. Right? So then I stopped going out. I stopped working on my social skills. Remember how I was saying momentum? It's all a momentum. You use it or you lose it, right? So I stopped going out. I was like, oh, I got a girlfriend now. Oh, babe, I love your dad, but you don't have to work. I stopped working out. I stopped eating right. Downward spiral. And then what happens? That dad bod, it's not really looking that good anymore. Like, I don't know. And she left me, dumped me. I was heartbroken. Oh my God. I started drinking. Oh, what am I doing? And I was worse than I was before. You know? And in that moment, it's like, am I gonna get bitter or am I gonna get better? You know? Am I just gonna go down that path of just, oh, she fucking left me 30 years later? You hear guys, oh, my fucking wife fucking left me, and they just give up. I was like, no, fuck that, dude. I did it once, I can do it again. You know, and this time I'm gonna commit to the process, see it all the way through. Really get to the core of understanding here, you know, landing the plane. That's what they call landing the plane. You know, a lot of times guys will start on this journey of like, okay, I'm gonna figure this out. And then they start getting a little bit of success, aka they get into a relationship with the first girl that shows them interest, crashes. And then they just give up. And they go, yeah, dude, no, it wasn't for me. It sucked.
Relationships aren't for me.
Relationships aren't for me. She broke my heart, and that's it.
I'm
right?
done.
So you have to land the. You got to go all the way. You got to go all the way. You got to have the full understanding. You know, you have to have the full perspective of what's really going on.
How do you know you've gone all the way?
I mean, once you reach like that stage of unconscious competence where you don't have to even think about it anymore, that's when you can kind of start saying, yeah, I think I kind of get it now. You know, like now, it's second nature. You know, you've seen how we are. You're similar. You know, we go to a place, we don't even think about what we're doing. It's just our nature now. It's just our nature to be welcoming. It's our nature to be kind. It's our nature to reach out and get people involved. It's just what we do. It's an unconscious competence. We don't even think about it anymore. You know, so once you get to that point, yeah, you can start kind of saying, yeah, I kind of get the full picture here. Obviously, though, my perspective, lifelong student, I'm always learning. I'm always learning. I'm never going to be like, I get it. I don't get it. I'll be the first to tell you, I don't know shit. It's like just a preface at the end. Yeah, by the way, I don't know shit. Just so you know, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Of the preface of that, what is it that you do want to be known for? What is it that, you know, coming to the end here, like, what is the legacy for yourself?
Dude, you know, all I really care about is, yeah, you know what, Matt was someone who would be willing to lend a hand to someone who needed it, who would be, you know, who would hear people out, who was just a source of good energy. You know, like that's literally it. You know, just someone who's a source of good energy. Just being that light in a world of darkness, dude. Like, there's a lot of bad shit going on. You know, you can focus on the bad. It's really easy to find the bad. You can fucking instantly, oh fuck, shit, what the fuck. So it's like, just be that person who's a source of good energy and light. That's really it. It's that simple. You know, I think we started by saying it's simple. It's simple.
Yeah.
You know. So
it's simple, but we tend to overcomplicate it.
We do.
We tend to overthink, overcomplicate, and it's I don't know what, I guess it's what is it, the anxiety? What is it that overcomplicates it?
Dude, it's a combination of society, your friends, your family, the way you were raised. It's all of it. It's like, it's never one thing. You know, it's never one thing.
That's true.
You know, it's never like, oh, that's the reason. It's never one thing. It's like, oh, why did I get diabetes? It wasn't just because you didn't exercise. It wasn't just because the fucking 800 sodas. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe that's not the best analogy, but
it compounds. Like there's an array of reasons why.
Exactly.
We overcomplicate.
Exactly.
There's like
yes,
traumas that we've been through, maybe we haven't healed from, different things of that nature.
A certain friend group you got involved with, the type of parents you had, the type of relationship they had growing up. Genetic composition. Some people are genetically predisposed to have psychopathy. It's like a lot of things. So it's never one thing. So it comes down to having a nuanced, balanced perspective, you know, and that's what I'm super fascinated. You know, like I think we started talking about this, perspectives. It's like there's so many perspectives out there, you know, so just being open-minded, you know, and realizing that you don't know it all. I don't know it all. Why? How would I? How would anybody know it all? How would anybody have all the answers? We don't. But when we help each other, when we're truly focused on like helping each other, that's where our power lies. So it's simple. It's simple. It comes back to it's simple. It's like just get rid of all the bullshit, get rid of all the distractions, come to your center. How can I help people? How can I be of service? How can I leave this world a better place than when I entered it? You know? And that's what it comes down to.
Wow. I love that. How can we support you? How can we come out and support you in any way? What's the best way here?
Just going to events, going out, meeting people. You know, my Instagram DMs are open. Galaga Greg, Galaga Greg, Gregg. That's my internet persona. And yeah, feel free to reach out on Instagram. Show up to events. I'm gonna be going to the Icepalooza events. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I cannot wait. Like those events are electric. They're electric. And that's what it's about. That's really what it comes down to. Just being out there. You know, stepping out of your comfort zone. Be willing to take a chance, seeking the positive in things, seeking win-wins, and that's how you can support me, you know, just showing up and just interacting.
I love that. Well, thank you very much, man. I appreciate your time.
Dude, Pat, you're the best.
So insightful. Thank you very much, man.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I think we crushed it.